Hi, welcome to my Informz email platform tutorial. I'm Amber, the CEO of Email Maven, and today I'm going to walk you through how to build an email in Informz. So, let's get started. What's important here is that you have a good base template before you start building an email. Alright, so linked below is how to build a template. Once you have that, let's get going. Jump into Informz and go to your left-hand navigation to Messages. Then click List. This is where you're going to find all of your emails. It's going to automatically put you in your In Progress tab, which is exactly where we want to be. Click your plus button to create your email. Today we're making a Messenger Designer email, because that's where I'm going to drag and drop and put in my own content and images. If you have an HTML, you can also click that and drop your HTML in. Now, I'm going to pick my template. I have a nice base template here. That's what I'm going to be using. Alright, I like to start by going back to the Properties tab to ensure that we don't forget anything critical here in our email. So, the first thing here is our message name. I'm going to call this my membership campaign email. I am using message categories for my emails. You might be using interests. There's different options here, but for email preferences, I need to select one. These don't actually apply to what I'm doing for training, but I need to select a message category, and then I need to select a folder of where it's going to stay. Next up, I need to decide where this is going. So I'm going to say this is going to go to all my contacts, and I'm going to remove no one, because I'm using message categories, so that's sufficient. Now my envelope is automatically populated by my template except for my subject line. So we're going to say winning membership campaigns is my subject line. Now here's where you can do any of your A/B testing. So you can test your friendly from or your subject line. Highly recommend doing that when you're able. Last but not least, you can set up your Google Analytics here, where you can then simply type in the email that is associated to this, so then you'll see it in your Google Analytics. Alright, let's go to design. Next up, I want to fill in that pre-header content at the top. Informz does not have another place where that pre-header content is going to show up. You want to type it in. So in this case, I'm going to say renewals, onboarding, and re-engagement, since we're talking about campaigns. Now in my template, I know I'm always going to want an email banner at the top. So I've automatically selected an image here. I'm going to put in my email header here. You always want to put in default alt text, Email Maven, your email platform work done, and then you're going to want to add a hyperlink. For me, that is my homepage. For you, it should be the same. Your association homepage is typically what you're going to be linking to here. Okay? You can change your mobile version if you feel like it's too large for any reason. You can make a smaller one. My style is good. Everything else is great. Alright, I'm going to now move to my next section. Your sections are outlined by these dotted lines, and I'm going to put in a headline. Alright, so I've got my copy here. Let's say how to build membership campaigns, and then I'm going to add in a little opening paragraph. Okay, as you can see, all of your work is done on the left-hand side of your screen. Now, there's a couple things here you should know. One, you can work in this little box on the left-hand side. You can also expand it using the expander here. And you can make this pretty large. So, I'm on my laptop, so it's a little small. If you have a big screen, though, you can make this really big. You also see your little AI option here. So you can pop open your AI assistant here and say, hey, help me rewrite this or change my sentence, which is really cool. All of your other navigation is very similar to your typical Word document, but you can change anything else you need to do here. If you've built your template correctly, this is customizable based on your headlines. So you can see I've put in all my header colors and subheader colors that I can easily change out. I can also easily change that font size if I'm saying, for some reason this one's feeling a little bit too big. Anything you need, it's going to be right here. Alright, I'm going to move on to my next section, and for me, I'm going to do 2-column image then text. So, in this case, I want to talk about, where's my email copy? What do I want to talk about? I want to do onboarding. So, I'm going to pick an image. Again, always put in your alt text. You're going to add in your hyperlink, everything else. You're going to click over into your text. Now this is a custom layout. So this is not something you're going to get in your regular drop down, but you can easily build it. Okay. I'm going to grab my hyperlink really quick. Alright. I'm going to link that in. Also going to link my image. Right? People click images, so make sure you're linking them. I'm going to do the same thing. I like to have a few images with text. There's multiple ways you can go about this, right? Whatever you're building, you can do it. But I'm just going to show you one more time how to do this. We're going to do a re-engagement next. I'm going to do... hyperlink here. I didn't save that. Insert hyperlink. Gotta click the button all the way. Alright, grab my text, drop it in. Now, this, you certainly add a button here. I'm just not right now. I will show you a button next. Okay. Anything else? There's a lot of options in here, such as images, headline with text, HTML content, video. Most commonly though, you're probably going to get click button. So my button color is already in here. So let's say get the guide. So the rest of my email, I normally talk about a guide that we provide and tell them how to get it. Okay? This is the fundamentals about how to build an email. Again, the big things you need to remember here is how to navigate this left-hand side easily, to keep moving through your sections, to click Add Content button to find the different things you need, and to get comfortable making custom layouts for the things that you do need that aren't automatically provided by Informz. From here, you can go over to your Review and Send tab, and I would really recommend you take the time to look at this page to see what your email is going to look like. So I can see I've got some work to do. I need to add in some padding here. This image is too big compared to my text, so I need to change that, etc. You can drop down from your desktop version to then see your mobile version to see where those images and text are going to play on top of each other and what that's going to look like. Really rely on this Review and Send page to see what your email is actually going to look like. Okay? My last tip is run your virtual inbox test. This is another place where you're going to see what your email really looks like. A high percentage of people utilize dark mode for their emails. If you want to see what your email is going to look like in dark mode, you click the virtual inbox test, give it a second, and it's going to show us what those are going to look like. Alright, so those are going to start coming in, and you can see this is what an email is going to look like in dark mode. You can make it bigger and you can make some adjustments. I want to stress too much about this, but I do think it's just helpful to generally know what your colors are going to change to look like in dark mode. Alright, that's the fundamental of email design. I hope this has been a helpful tutorial. If it has, please like and subscribe, and watch out for more that are coming. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and we'll get back to you.